possible original Migdal Eder site. It's not known for sure, but you can sort of see what the tower might have looked like, the Tower of the Flock. This is another possible one. Don't know. And we think we're coming up with amazing new information, but sometimes we're just relearning what past generations already know has been covered up recently. The Tower of the Flock hymn, all the way back from the mid-1800s to late 1800s when this hymn was written, declared the prophet Micah, there stood near Bethlehem town the Tower of the Flock, where in holy Zion came he. Now, Migdal Eder in Bethlehem, the Tower of the Flock, was the structure used to breed and maintain the flocks of lambs destined to be sacrificed at the temple for the feasts and other appointed times. The upper level was used by the shepherds to watch the flock in the fields and to sleep. The ground level floor was where the lambs were kept for shelter, feeding, and birthings when needed. And you can see some information on that again from rabbinical teachings. Some shepherds happen to be priests. And in Exodus says, your lamb shall be without blemish, the Passover lamb. The shepherds that tended the sacrificial flocks around Migdal Eder, around Bethlehem, would have been specially trained to ensure that these lambs remained unblemished. You couldn't bring a lamb that had been tarnished up to Passover or any other feast for sacrifice to Yah. It had to be without blemish. It had to be without blemish from birth to delivery to the temple. So these priests made sure that the lambs were taken care of in all ways. And one of the ways that they took care of them was the time of birth, because this was a time of high risk. Anytime a lamb was born, it could scar itself by kicking its legs in a first effort to stand up or when it falls. The shepherds were able to ensure this didn't happen, though. How did they do that? They made sure the lamb wouldn't hurt itself by kicking. They used swaddling clothes and mangers. Wrapping the lamb in cloth strips would keep the lamb immobile with straightened legs so the hoofs couldn't scar itself on its first days. The swaddled lambs would be laid in a clean manger for safety and for thorough inspection to make sure that they were truly unblemished in all ways until they were strong enough to join their mother. The manger was off the floor so they would not get accidentally trampled by the mother where they were immobilized in swaddling clothes. This was a strict procedure that they kept, a special procedure to ensure that the sacrificial lambs to these feasts, to Passover, were perfect. And so they used swaddling clothes, strips of cloth, and laid them in special mangers in this special tower that they have, Migdal Eder. For the Lamb of Yah, from the angel's instructions, the shepherds knew exactly where to find this newborn Messiah because this only described one place to them. They were the priestly shepherds. They were the ones that wrapped all the newborn temple sacrificial lambs in swaddling clothes and laid them in mangers in the Tower of the Flock in Migdal Eder, just outside of Bethlehem. Behold the Lamb of El, which takes away the sins of the world. The Lamb of Yah, the sacrifice for the world's iniquities, was wrapped in swaddling clothes and laid in a manger in Migdal Eder at the first day of Tabernacles. The glory of Yah filled the house of Elohim in this place. One is greater than the temple. And that's the shadow picture for the body that Messiah received, a body you have prepared for me. And the glory of Yah was shining through him. The light of the world. We've heard in the past, he is the reason for the season.
Right.
Well, he is the reason for the season, but what's the season? We understand now that the scriptures always told us the reason, but they also told us the season as well. He is the reason for the season. The feasts are the shadow pictures. Which body is Messiah? He is the reason. This is the season. It's his feast.